Austin Reaves came from nothing, a town of just 1,180 people in rural Arkansas, turned himself into a star for the most glamorous team in basketball. No one even drafted this kid. A few years later, he's making jokes with his new buddy LeBron James.
Yeah, mother! Get on me!
I mean, this dude earned LeBron's trust as a young, undrafted nobody. Do you know how hard that is? But now, he may have outgrown even the Lakers, because reports say this man wants to get paid. Lakers fans say, no way. You cannot play Luka and LeBron and AR together. Not gonna work. Trade AR if the right piece presents itself. And is Reaves good? No. Defense matters. But does this remind you of someone else? Alex Caruso was another developmental success story from the Lakers, worked his way up from the G League, became a Laker champion, but LA said he ain't that good, looked like idiots to let him go. Well, now Austin Reaves is about to be a free agent himself. So do they dump him and regret it like Caruso, or do they actually pay him no matter what? Actually, it's even more complicated than that. But I just went on a little vacay with the family in Michigan. Don't know if you've ever been there. It is beautiful this time of year. So much time with the kids that it made me think, if anything did ever happen to me, the last thing that I would want them thinking about is how to pay the bills. It's just responsible for me to have life insurance. That is where today's sponsor Ethos comes in, because they're an online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. The idea is to make sure that your family is set up in case anything goes wrong. Like I said, that feeling came up for me recently. So I chose to work with Ethos because they have a 4.7 rating on Trustpilot. Thousands of people say, yeah, Ethos is an amazing company. Why? Not complicated, 100% online, no medical exam required. You just answer a few health questions, get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. You can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house. And life insurance is more affordable than you think. With Ethos, you can get a free quote and customize a rate that fits your budget. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies as low as $2 a day billed monthly. So protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/amhoops. That is ethos.com/amhoops. But speaking of man's paycheck, Reaves has been the best NBA contract for years. Back in 2023, he was up for a new deal. Rockets, Spurs considered a big offer, but Houston got Fred VanVleet. San Antonio was just too early in their rebuild. So he returned to LA on a 4-year, $54 million deal. Team friendly, but for a guy who had only made $2 million at that point, amazing. So Austin is out here making Luke Cornett money, but scoring 45 on NBA finalist Indiana, drawing fouls like he's SGA, or the clutch playoff 3 I'm him moment, making just $1.5 million per year. The minimum? No wonder this man finally wants to get paid what he's worth. But how much is that exactly? Well, Austin just turned down a Laker extension, 4 years, $90 million, which means betting on himself to make upwards of $40 million per year, probably closer to 30, 35. But is that a smart investment for the Lakers? Do you really want your two highest paid guys when LeBron leaves to be Luka and Austin Reaves? Actually, out of the Lakers' best two-man combinations last year, Luka and Reaves ranked number 4. By the way, side note, all the top 3 include Dorian Finney-Smith, who they just intentionally let go. Great. So obviously these two can work together, so why do people hate on Reaves and Luka as teammates? Well, if Luka is ever going to win a championship, and we all think he's gonna win at least one, it will be in a Laker uniform. This man is 27 years old, a Laker until at least 30. And hey, we've had 7 different champions in 7 years. Luka now backed by multi-billionaire new owner Mark Walter. Everything is set up to succeed. All the front office has to do is not mess this up. So if you are building around Luka, the 2 player types that fit best around him are the defensive-minded rim-running center and the 3-and-D wing. We know that Luka loves pick and roll, number 2 in assisting dunks since he came into the league behind only Trae Young. And as far as wings, Luka has created more corner threes for a teammate than anyone in the NBA. He is number 1. So Luka just locked in for 3 years, $165 million, but Austin Reaves is where it gets complicated. Oh, he is a great Lakers success story, but is he either one of those ideal Luka player types? Well, dude improves every season, just dropped 20-7, Fair value for $30 million a year. In the playoffs, yes, he took a step back last year, but hey, it was one series, not the end of the world. But most of what Reaves does is with the ball in his hands. He is a ball handler, creates his own shot. A good shooter, not elite like Steph, Zach LaVine, even Malik Beasley. But you know how we said Luka is the creator of looks for other teammates. Well, that means catch and shoot for the teammate. That's not Reaves' bread and butter. He is not going to stand in the corner for $30 million a year and then run back and play elite defense on the other end. Now, a middle ground there might be have Reaves come off the bench. He would actually be the perfect guy to come in and run that second unit with his skill set. But good luck benching him. Then another team swoops in this offseason and tells him, hey, we'll give you more money and a bigger role. So in that way, he's nothing like Alex Caruso. Yes, they are both undrafted white Lakers, but Caruso would actually be the perfect complement to Luka. Reaves is just different. Oh, then how did they have that great two-man rating? Because Luka makes everything work. This is a guy who went to the finals with Kyrie Irving, conference finals with Jalen Brunson. But if we're talking about make it work versus the ideal fit, it's not Reaves. But what's crazy is it would still be a huge risk to let him go. Imagine this, it is summer 2026. Reaves signs with the Jazz for $38 million. The next season drops $27 a year. He's an all-star. Meanwhile, the Lakers are left scrambling for a third option next to Luka. And everyone's like, why didn't they just pay Reaves? Lakers front office is stupid. Fire Rob Pelinka. Luka's all pissed. It's hard stuff. So the obvious question is, what is your backup plan? How are you going to let Reaves go, because you're going to admit he's not the perfect fit, and not regret it? Well, that's where it gets interesting, because next summer is actually a great time to be a free agent. Reaves timed this perfectly, because right now, 8 teams at least are projected to have significant cap space. That is the Nets, Hornets, Pistons, Clippers, Lakers, Blazers, Jazz, and Wizards. And which free agents are going to get all this money? Well, the top realistic names are Trae Young, KD, LeBron, James Harden, Norman Powell, Kristaps Porzingis, and Reaves. Most, if not all of those guys will re-sign their own teams, so Austin could have a bidding war for his services. But imagine the pressure that will then be on him to play up to expectations. I mean, dude's betting on himself to be a $35 million a year player. He got to play like it this year. And what is a $35 million a year player? Well, that list includes Rudy Gobert, Jalen Brunson, though it's a team-friendly deal, Alperen Şengün, Jalen Green, Tyler Hero. So Austin needs to play at that level to not bet on himself and lose. But actually, he has been here before. When he came into the league, on draft night, Reaves told his agent he wanted to go undrafted to pick his own team. And it worked, landing in LA. But should the Lakers now keep him? Well, unless somebody swoops in with an insane offer for like $40 million, they should pay the $35 to keep him no matter what. I know it's a lot of money. You think that's crazy? This is a list of all the players last year with Reaves numbers or better. Every one is a $30 million plus a year guy, and most of them are max outside of Jalen Brunson. So the Lakers might get outbid for Reaves if we go by these comparisons. So you pay the man, but it's the only way to make sure you don't lose Reaves for nothing, so you can flip him for that perfect player who does make sense later. So yeah, Reaves deserves a Tyler Hero type deal, but the Lakers don't need a Tyler Hero. They need the ideal fit next to Doncic. Some people say they should wait till 2027 where they can get Giannis or Nikola Jokic. That may never happen. They need to at least make sure that they have building blocks around Luka that offer a skill set that Austin Reaves just doesn't have. So Reaves may be a Laker success story, but probably not a Laker for life. But Austin Reaves betting on himself actually looks like a good idea. You know, lots of teams have cap space. He's one of the top free agents. On the other hand, a lot of these young guys may regret it. There is a new wave of young players like Kuminga who are betting on themselves, but they actually risk blowing up their entire career.